Good evening, everyone. Ethan Stieber here with Stieber Weather Forecasting. I've got we're going to recap about the tornadoes that happened on Sunday night, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the rest of the forecast for the rest of the week, as well as look at some of the rainfall totals and amounts for the potential rain this weekend. First up on your screen, we're going to talk about the two tornadoes that we had in our area on Sunday night. First one was in Xenia. Started in Marion County, just south of the Stephen Forbes State Park, traveled east. Once it got into Clay County, notice we do see the EF rating, or the Enhanced Fujita Scale rating, bump up to an EF2. It tracked just east, I believe just north of Xenia. Yes. Moved in northwest of Xenia is where it stopped. It was on the ground for almost 8.5 miles. Peak winds that were estimated at 130 miles an hour northwest of Xenia. So this was a fairly strong tornado that went through the very western edge of the county. Worst damage, as the National Weather Service found, looks to be at the north end of Penguin Drive, with several demolished farm buildings there. No injuries or deaths reported with that. Next one, there was also no injuries or deaths reported, so very thankful for that from these two tornadoes. Second one was started just south of Sumner, almost due south of Sumner, and traveled almost just a little bit past Bridgeport. This one was rated at an EF1, so a little bit weaker, but this was, again, the same system. That same storm that had tornado warnings in Clay and Richland counties, and then traveled east and dropped another tornado warning in Lawrence County. So this was an EF1. This was on the ground for almost 7 miles. Peak winds, notice, were only at 105 miles per hour. No injuries or deaths reported as well. If we look at the path, this started just south of Sumner, traveled east, south of Red Hill State Park, almost made it not quite to the city of Bridgeport, and lifted just past the city of Bridgeport. Damage to small trees in some cases, snapping the trunks. Small outbuildings were destroyed, and some minor damage occurred near a home along North 850th Street. So that was the two tornadoes that we had in our area. Again, both of those were just radar-indicated tornado warnings. There was nothing confirmed the night of. So this is just another example of, make sure you take tornado warnings seriously every time one is issued, because you never know what exactly might be out there. Let's move forward now and dive into the rest of this week and on into the weekend. First of all, a great end of the work week coming up. Today's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are going to look fabulous. A lot of good time to get out and get some field work done. All the farmers need to get out in the fields and get some of that work done. So let's time out the next rain chance. It looks to come in on Saturday. If we time this out for you, we're going to pick this up Thursday morning about 7 a.m. Notice, really nice day if you have anything outside to do. Weather should cooperate fantastically for that. As we go through into the day on Friday, again, much of the same. Winds will pick up on Friday. But as we go into the morning hours on Saturday morning, this is Friday night, Saturday morning, 1 a.m. Notice rain off to our west. As we go through the day on Saturday, according to this model, we can't rule out some scattered showers and thunderstorms, although it looks like it kind of breaks up a little bit as it moves east into the area, stopping this at, for example, at 4 p.m., maybe some scattered rain showers across the area, but nothing widespread in this particular model. Rain clears the area by 1 a.m. Sunday morning, and then we're dry after that. If we look at rainfall totals for this model, notice it keeps us all under about 0.2 of an inch, which would be very much welcome news for all the farmers in the area, maybe a little bit higher amounts to the south. Let's take a look at a different model. This one is the Canadian model, and just another model we use. This one tracks the low a little bit further south, and we'll see what that does to the precip. Notice the low pressure that will be associated with this is centered down over, say, Oklahoma City area. That's going to track off to the east. We're going to pick this up Friday at noon. As this goes hour by hour into the future off to the east, if we stop this at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, notice here's that low. This develops the system a little bit more too, and has that low centered basically over St. Louis. That indicates a little bit more widespread rain, but same thing is out of here by the time Saturday evening rolls around. This is Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Rain's all out of the area as we go into the day on Sunday again. This one indicates a little bit heavier rain across the area. Maybe, north of half an inch for sure. Some places may see over an inch. That would not be so welcome news for the farmers across the area. So This is an ensemble forecast for 24-hour quantitative precipitation. Basically, how much rain, how much precip are we looking to see in that 24-hour time span. This is from Saturday at 1 a.m. to Sunday at 1 a.m. Again, kind of the time frame we're looking at when this rain could occur. And this is a helpful sign right now. Chances of seeing rain greater than an inch. Notice across the area, no one is really above 20%. So that's good news. I'll keep tabs on it as we go throughout the next couple days, and we'll kind of refine those forecast numbers as we come, closer to the weekend. Past the weekend, everything looks great. Here's the GFS. This is our long-range model. We'll pick this up Friday at 7 a.m. And notice, here's that rain that comes through on Saturday. But after Saturday, after the rain moves through, it gets really nice for us. We stay dry Sunday, Monday, and on into the day on Tuesday before we see a front coming through that'll probably knock us down with some temperatures as we go Tuesday evening on into the day on Wednesday. And can't rule out a spotty shower for maybe the morning into the afternoon on Wednesday. So that's what we see kind of in the 7-day. If we look at rainfall totals through Wednesday morning, this is 48-hour forecast rainfall totals, basically from Monday morning to Wednesday morning. Notice not a lot of rain for the area, which is good. Everyone stays well under a tenth, with maybe a little bit higher amounts in Clay and Effingham counties. Again, subject to change, but we'll keep tabs on it. So, optimistic news for the farmers. We should be able to get out in the fields and get a lot of that field work done here in the coming days. We'll end today with the Climate Prediction Center long-range outlooks. This is the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook. This takes us through Saturday, June 8th, through the first full week of June. Keeps us above normal on temperatures, and for the precip on that, it also keeps us a little bit above average on the precip. 8 to 14 day, though, this is June 6th through the 12th. Notice, keeps us below average on the temperatures and about equal chances on the precip. So we are looking, as we go into June, it may start off a little bit warmer than average with a little bit higher precip, but we should level off on that precip and dip just a little bit colder than average as we go into the first full week of June.